All right, Jalen Rose gets up with us early this morning. And Jalen, you know I would much rather talk about the fun stuff, and we will. Nothing fun about this. But as a longtime NBA star yourself, what's your reaction to what happened with Russell last night?
I'm really disappointed and disgusted that the fan chose to throw popcorn on a wounded warrior like Russell Westbrook as he was leaving the game because he got injured. You're there to support Philadelphia. They're going to win this series. They're probably going to sweep this series. So to add insult to injury, you want to disrespect Russell Westbrook and cross the line. Now you see the red overpass where Russell Westbrook can't actually get towards the fan? Mike Greenberg, I was leaving a game at Madison Square Garden in 1999, and a fan threw a towel in my face, just like that, except the red cover wasn't there. I literally tried to jump up and grab the fan and snatch the fan down, and I would not have cared what would have happened to the fan once they hit the ground. And these circumstances continue to take place at sporting events. You heard Kyrie kind of allude to what he may expect in Boston, but I want to make sure I focus on the circumstance here. When we say our Black life matters, that's more than just the score of the game. And when you see these circumstances, Greeny, and we use the term fan really loosely because it's short for fanatic, but I noticed a lot of times people that are at games, they're not just fans. They could be betting. They could be supporters. They could just be having a night on the town. And when I talk about our Black life mattering, it means that you can come to support and root for your team. That don't mean you have to disrespect me, assassinate my character, put your hands on me, or throw anything at me. Like, when you don't respect someone, that's how you treat them. And I'm really disappointed. And the way that we see Russell Westbrook sitting up there at a press conference and we see his face clearly and we see his image clearly, the league should do that for this fan also, because there are cameras everywhere. You can show this fan from the time they parked or got out of the car to the time they went back to the car. We should see that fan's face, and I'm seeing people say he should be banned from games. Is that all? He should be severely punished, because if you did that to somebody on the street, I'm pretty sure it'd be more than just being banned from a game.
Yeah. Yeah, look, the price of admission does not allow you to check your humanity at the door. It's as simple as that. It shouldn't need to be said repeatedly, and yet here we are. Anyway, let's try and segue to some of the more pleasant matters, including this series between the Knicks and Hawks. We knew it would be close because they're evenly matched. It couldn't be closer than it's been through 2 games. Who's going to win it and why?
To start this series, I picked the Hawks, and I'm going to stick with that. However, it was great to see the Knicks rebound, in particular Julius Randolph defensively. And he showed a level of toughness for a star player that struggled in Game 1. But how about Derrick Rose? Coming off the bench initially, starting in the second half, playing a season-high minutes, who, by the way, started this year with the Detroit Pistons. Now is playing quality minutes in the playoff on a big stage. And Trae Young on the other side, another 30-point outing. He's been terrific shooting his runners and floaters and mixing it up with the crowd. This is an exciting 4 or 5 series. I anticipate a long one, a 7-game one, but I expect the Hawks to find a way to advance.
Okay, so maybe Trae Young makes one last shot. Meanwhile, Game 3 tonight, Lakers-Suns. I always go back to your expression, gentleman's sweep. When the Lakers drop Game 1, then they take Game 2, and Anthony Davis looks like a different player. Where's the advantage in that right now, headed back to L.A.? Who's going to win?
The Lakers in that gentleman's sweep eventually is going to take place. And it's really unfortunate, Greeny, because Chris Paul has been the best clutch time performer in the NBA, particularly scoring from mid-range. And as they won Game 1, they struggled to score the last 4 minutes in Game 2. I could only imagine, had he been in the game, how different not only that game, but this series would have looked. The Phoenix Suns were a legitimate 2 seed for a reason. You see how Devin Booker has performed, and DeAndre Ayton has shown promise, and Mikal Bridges. Monty Williams did a terrific job with this squad, but with a hobbled Chris Paul, they just don't have a chance against LeBron James and Anthony Davis and the Los Angeles Lakers.
It's a shame for Paul. This happens to him in the postseason so many times that it might cost him another chance with another good team here. Jalen, awesome. Thank you, Jalen and Jacoby, later today. Idiot dumping popcorn all over Westbrook as they're taking him out. Now, the good news is Westbrook was restrained and did not make it up into the stands to go after the guy who was removed from the arena, so that's good news, too. Ben Simmons scored 22. The Sixers won by 25, but that wasn't the talk after the game.
To be blatantly honest, man, it is getting out of hand, especially for me. Just the amount of disrespect, the amount of just fans just doing whatever they want to do. It's out of pocket, man. It's out of pocket, seriously. Like, any other setting, I'm all for the fans enjoying the game and having fun, and it's part of sports. I get it, but there's certain things that cross the line, and any other setting, I know for a fact that fans and they want to come up, and a guy wouldn't come on the street and pour popcorn on my head because he know what happened.
All right, so that's obviously a terrible moment there. And look who has made their way in. PJ Carlesimo, Seth Greenberg with us today. And PJ, let's just comment on that. Some things just sort of feel like they should go without saying, and yet this happens. So you've coached at the highest levels, college and pro. Just what is your reaction to that?
Well, it's a disgrace, obviously, and it's, I've been through that tunnel so many times. I'm shocked because it looked like there was a canopy that would have stopped that, but obviously there was a gap at the end. Now I'm changing the building, but it's hard to imagine that could happen, but hopefully they get him, throw him out, fine him, do whatever you can do, but that's disgraceful.
Seth, you commented briefly earlier. For those just joining us, your thoughts?
I think you got to prosecute the guy. And look, you're not going to throw him in jail, but you got to prosecute for more than anything else. You've got to send a message to the fans. This type of behavior is unacceptable. You've got to protect the players. I mean, to me, getting on and off the court, playing on the court, it'd be popcorn one day, it's beer the next. Who knows what's going to be the next thing? Things escalate. You've got to send a clear message.
You got to send a clear message to the players also. Hey, guys, that's not going to happen. We're protecting you.
So we will see where that goes from here. Let's leave that for the moment and get to the action on the floor. So Knicks, Hawks, we just saw it. They even up. These are two very evenly matched teams, so no surprise that it has been as close as it has been. Who's going to win that series and why?
Boy, I actually think I'm going to have trouble coming back to the city. I actually think Atlanta might win it. I just think they have more offensive weapons. I think they did a great job in New York dealing with all they had to deal with. They were in position. It's tied. For some reason, they fell in love with the three-point shot. It's tied at 91. They go 0 for 8 the rest of the game. 6 of the shots were threes. Which shocked me. You said it exactly right. Neither team can get away from the other. You get a 10-point lead, it doesn't matter. The team comes back. I just hope it's as good a series as it started out.
I would not have guessed I would say this at any point, but Seth Greenberg, the best player the Knicks have is Derrick Rose. He has been rejuvenated here.
It's not even close. He is the king. He's got to start. Hey, look, if you have Nerlens Noel on the court, and Elfrid Payton on the court at the same time, you're playing 5 against 3. You've got to have Derrick Rose on the court because he can put pressure on the defense, make a play, make a shot. They play faster with better flow with him on the floor. He's got to be on the court, and they've got to guard Trae Young. I mean, and here's the key with that, I think. You got to make someone else beat you. Like I said, the 8 threes, but, Trae wasn't the guy shooting those threes.
No, exactly.
They got the ball out of his hands. If they can do that, they have a shot.
Gallo and Bogdanovich could not make a shot. Knicks defense in the second half, I think they took Atlanta from 46% down to 26, like 18% from 3. They turned up the D. Tibbs is going to want to do that, but so is Nate. It's going to be interesting to see the dynamic in Atlanta. Selfishly, I'm rooting for 7 games, 1-possession games.
Yeah, and I thought Tibbs did a great job defensively, but they've got to find a way to get easy baskets. They've got to get the ball to Julius Randle in the middle of the floor where the help is compromised.
All right, so that game 3 will be tomorrow night on ESPN. Tonight we get game 3 of Suns-Lakers. After LA ties that up, are they going to win? I asked Seth earlier today, does it start to feel like the Lakers are imposing their will?
Well, I think it only feels like they're imposing their will if Chris Paul is not healthy. To me, that was a totally different dynamic with him not being there. If he's not healthy, I can't see Phoenix winning. If he's healthy, it's going to be interesting because I still think AD and LeBron are a little less than 100%. AD realized, I don't have to shoot jump shots anymore. I'm going in the paint. I'm going to the free throw line. You can't defend him when he does that.
So if Paul is playing and he is some facsimile of himself, you still give Phoenix a shot to win this series.
I think Phoenix has an excellent shot if CP is healthy.
What do you think, Seth?
Yeah, I've got the Lakers. And Anthony Davis, to me, like you said, don't settle. Look, we need to make a jump shot. Don't settle. Play downhill, get to the line, and then when they rotate, you can pitch it out. They got enough three-point shooters. Devin Booker, though, if CP3 is out, Devin Booker is going to light it up and put on a show.
And very quickly, I am told that Friday, the result of the Friday golf match between the two of you went in the favor of the old grizzled veteran here.
We won. I will say in all, we set a record for shots given. We had a lot of dots on our cards.
Hey, look, I had no chance to win that match because one thing playing with PJ, but then you have to listen to him for 4 hours. It's impossible.
It is great. It's just great to have people that we can sit and we can chat like this, hopefully get up as moving back.